Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August favorites. I am excited for these favorites because I actually have new products to share with you guys that have become favorites and I have been using them non-stop the whole month of August. Also, side note, I am going to be hiding one of my fingers because I broke a nail yesterday. I broke it with the refrigerator door. Like, my finger stayed there and I closed the door and the nail flew. And I was just like, let's start off with foundations because we have two new foundation products or primers. Let's do primers. I've talked about this before in the past, but I started using the Mint primer from e.l.f. but I went back to this one in August and I am obsessed again. I mean, I've always loved it, but it's just so good. I love the scent of it. I love how it hydrates my skin, especially with the foundations I use that are very heavy, very cakey. I mean, I feel like this helps the foundations not look cakey, which is why I like it so much. Excuse the fly. The moment I start filming, like I was sitting here for like 20 minutes, no flies. The moment I push record, the flies are all over the place. I hadn't opened the window in like months because we had the AC from the heat, and now that I opened the window, the flies are like, we're back. Anyways, this one, I really like it. I specifically have been loving it with the One Size Beauty Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. Now, I really like this now. At first, honestly, it took me a little bit to like it because when you apply it, it kind of feels like you're applying a kind of like a thick moisturizer, but not in a bad way because it feels hydrating. So I like that, but it doesn't look like it's filling in your pores like per se with my Professional, and that kind of threw me off. I was like, okay, this is not gonna, you know, like do anything for my pores. The magic happens when you apply your foundation. You see the finish, your pores are blurred. So I love that, and mixing these two together has been my favorite combo, especially in the month of August. It was just perfection. So this is what I've been loving a lot. And for foundations, we have the Real Her I Am Worth It Power Wear Probiotic Foundation with Blue Light Technology, and I have mine in the shade Golden. I have been testing this out the month of August because I really wanted to see how it worked, how long it lasted. Now, I will say it doesn't last like very long, but a good 8 hours I feel like is a good wear, like especially if you want something like to go to work, you need, you know, for office work or whatever it may be. 8 hours I feel like is really good. I think that's a good wear. It is medium to full coverage. The more you apply, obviously you can build it up to that full coverage. I feel like with my normal application of foundations, like the normal amount that I apply with every other foundation is good for me, and it gives me a really good coverage that is perfect for what I need, especially that month of August. Like the pimples, the acne on my skin was just like all over the place, like acting up, and I was just like, excuse me, like when did I invite all of you guys? So I Am Worth It from Real Her foundation, definitely worth it. Now the next one is from KVD. This is an old, the beginning of time old favorite, KVD Lock-It foundation. And I know I always tell you guys Kat Von D, but my brain still doesn't process the name change because it changed a couple of times that I don't even know what it ended up on. We're just gonna say KVD. So Lock-It foundation, 24-hour wear, full coverage, transfer resistant matte finish foundation. This is the most full coverage foundation that I feel like if you need something for an event, a special event, this is going to be your best friend. If you have oily skin, if you have like a lot of acne you need to cover up, this just works wonderful for me. And I'm that type of person who likes a very matte foundation. I don't care if foundations are cakey. I've always said this. I know a lot of people care about that. I really don't mind if it looks a little cakey, but I feel like with the preparation of the skin, you can avoid the cakiness in foundations. And I just miss this one so much. So much. Like, I when I put it on, I was like, oh my gosh, there she is. Complete full coverage, complete like skin perfect, flawless, looking good, no pores, like perfection. And it does last 24 hours, let me tell you that, because I fell asleep in my makeup for a party that I wore this and woke up the next day, and a few hours later took my makeup. It was like a whole lot went down with this foundation. Woke up with a flawless face. I was like, ma'am, that foundation did its job. For the people who I always ask, where are you wearing your foundation 24 hours? Now I know, because I did it. So this is definitely holy grail. And my other favorite, which I feel like I don't have to mention anymore because I constantly talk about it recently, and I specifically just bought another one because I finished the first one. The Poreless from Maybelline Fit Me. I have mine in the shade 220. Natural beige. Did I tell you guys the shade in the KVD? I was about to say it. Medium 52 neutral. This one is a perfect foundation to mix with any of my foundations, especially my full coverage matte ones, because I feel, and this is just me, I don't know how this comes to be, but I feel like this gives the foundation, and I'm not gonna say natural, but it gives, how can I explain it? It gives a full coverage foundation just a lighter look on the skin, not as heavy. Even though I apply 2 pumps of the KVD and a drop of this one, it still changes the look of the foundation, and I love it. You can see I have a very full coverage look. I mixed this one today with the other one that I used, but it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look extremely matte and drying, and I feel like it's thanks to this one. And I do this with all my full coverage foundations, and I love it. It's my perfect mixing foundation. Now for concealer, I have the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I like this a lot. I have been trying it out already for like 2 weeks, and I have come to the conclusion that I like it because I've literally used it every time that I've done my makeup, which is a lot in those 2 weeks. This is light number 3. I like it a lot. So it definitely is a buttery, creamy concealer, but it does dry matte. It doesn't dry like extremely overly drying matte. It's just like a nice matte look, and I like that under my eyes. Sometimes some matte concealers can be too drying and make my under eyes look crepey and like very old. This doesn't do that, which is, let me hide the finger, which is why I really have liked it. And I like that it's creamy. It gives me enough time to blend the concealer under my eyes, on my lids, on my face, and it still hasn't settled in my fine lines, which is always an A+ with me because I have very intense fine lines, like one on each under eye, and then, you know, my lids always crease. But this one, it's really good. I like it. And the wear is really nice. Some concealers tend to start fading in this area of my, like, what is it, the apple of my cheek, and this one doesn't. So I just really like it. I think it's a nice concealer. It has become a favorite, and I haven't bought my Too Faced Holy Grail Born This Way concealer because I ended up really liking that one. And I have 2 setting sprays that I really like. This one comes with no mention because I completely finished it. I feel like I've been going through products like crazy, which is always good. It's always a plus for me. I love going through products. You guys, I've always told you guys, as I'm buying products, my hair is driving me insane. As I'm buying products, I want to be using up products as well. So I know the palettes, but you know, the palettes are different. Anyways, back to this. I really like it. I am definitely going to buy the full size. I wish they had, like, around the Christmas time when they have those value sets, they had a full size and like this smaller size one in like a set, because that would just be perfect. I love carrying this in my bag, especially when I go out, because this is a type of setting spray that you set your makeup and it's like locked in, set for the day. That's what I love about this. I went out a lot in the summer, honestly, and I did a very like full coverage, full glam going out, and I used this. My makeup was looking great the next day. I did a couple of those. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, party all night. Definitely you can party all night if you set your makeup with this, and I am how do you say it? I can attest to that. That's what we're gonna say, because my brain can't think of the other word. Anyways, now that I finished that one, I had to start using a different one, which is a Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Setting Spray. I really like this one. I thought I wasn't at the beginning, but I do really like it. I like it because I feel like it does grip your makeup, kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it's definitely refreshing if you carry it with you and you need to refresh your makeup. It is very refreshing, and I like that this one doesn't leave little dots on my face. The Charlotte Tilbury one doesn't either, so that's why they have become like holy grail setting sprays, and I really, really like this one. This one has a little intense scent for me, but I can get over it because it dries quick and, you know, it sets the makeup and you're good to go. Now, I just have one little bone to pick with this, okay? So this is the small size of this product. Like you guys know on Sephora, or like these products come out with like the full size, and then they have like a smaller size, like they call it a travel size, and it's a little bit more affordable. This is their travel size, more affordable one. This Milk Hydro Grip Primer is their travel size, smaller size. I know it might be like different, the quantity, and because it's different, the fly is just on my nerves. It's different, but when I purchased this one to try it out, I honestly expected this. I didn't expect the sample for $15, $16. This is like 16 or 18, something like that. And then the full size is like 30 and up. But like, is that just me? It's been a bone that I wanted to pick since I got this product and I saw it. I was like we really got played right here, honestly. Like, look at the size difference. Like, it's not even, it's a sample. It's literally a sample compared to this. I still like this. I really do like this. The only thing that I told you guys is that my hard candy does exactly the same thing, and it doesn't burn this area of my lips, my face, like this one does. But for a gripping primer that just like is good and sucks, the makeup on your skin stays there, like it holds on to it, like with all its, with everything it has, this one is really good. I feel like they gypped us on the size. Moving on to a powder that I have been loving. This one's also newer, but I've been using it for 2 weeks already, and I can tell you guys it's a favorite. NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. Specifically, it's a mattifying powder, and that's what I like about it. So I take this out to go now. I don't really carry a lot of makeup. I've told you guys a lot of times. I've showed you guys in my what's in my makeup bag, or what's in my purse when I show you guys my makeup bag. I really don't carry a lot of makeup with me. I'm not the type of person who, you know, does that, just because when I do my makeup at home, I make sure that I apply absolutely everything that I need when I need to be out. My face is completely done. Everything's set. The only thing I carry is like a powder like this, setting spray, and whatever lip color I'm wearing, because everything else is set and locked down, locked and loaded for the rest of the day. And that's just always been me. I don't like to carry a lot of extra makeup. So now that I fell in love with this one, it's the only one that I carry. The only thing I don't like is that it didn't come like with a separate little, you know, compact part where it has a mirror and a sponge, because that would have been perfect. But whatever, that's the least of the issues, because this is actually, let's hide this nail. This is actually really, really nice. I like how lightweight it is on the skin, but it does mattify if you get oily, and I love that. I also don't feel like I get super oily anymore, and I think it's just like the whole like prep of the skin and the products I use and the way I set my skin that just makes everything just stay all day. But if I do need it, I still carry this. And sometimes, you know, when you're like out and you're like, okay, I just need to touch it up and look a little refreshed, you know, that's why I carry the powder. Now, the other two face products that I want to talk about are both from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, or Jaclyn Cosmetics. Tomato, tomato. I'm going to start off with the Bronze and Blushing Duo. This is in Warm Flush and Golden Goddess. This, I I'm showing off my ugly nail. This is so pretty. The formula of these products is what I love. They are baked, and my absolute favorite formula for blushes is baked blushes. It has always been baked blushes. Specifically, I started that love with the Milani baked blushes. Those are my absolutely holy grail baked blushes. I also really like the MAC ones, but you know, those were a little bit more pricey back when I started wearing makeup. When I discovered like the Milani baked ones, I was just in love because it's blushes that have like a glow to the skin that gives such a beautiful healthy glow. And I know in the pan this one looks very pinky, but on the skin you guys can see it's a gorgeous peachy shade. Also, my favorite shades of blush are peachy blushes. I feel like they just look pretty on my skin, and in my opinion they just kind of go overall with, you know, the majority of the looks I do, even when they're like dramatic colorful or like, you know, smoky. Today's look was just like, I was just like, girl, I liked it. I've been doing a lot of brown smoky eyes, so today I was like, okay, let's just try black. And I know with the contacts my eyes look a little intense, but I feel like overall the look, it looks snatched. It looks good. So this is the first favorite from Jaclyn Cosmetics. Love this duo. The bronzer is also very smooth, buttery on the skin. I think that's what I like about baked bronzers and blushes in general, that their formula is just so easy to apply and it just looks smooth on the skin. That's what I really like. That sometimes with matte blushes, for me, I can get, you know, it can emphasize my pores as opposed to with, you know, like a glowy blush that just, oh, look at it. It just looks so smooth and glowy. I love it. And the highlighter I'm wearing is this highlighter that I need to literally hide from myself. Kind of like the e.l.f. Nabella times Nabella Noir highlighter that I was using. I stopped using that one because it's discontinued and I didn't want to keep talking about it because obviously you guys can't get it anymore. So I went on to use the identical color but from Jaclyn Cosmetics. The color is Bomb, and it's just like the perfect golden highlighter for my skin. I feel like it goes with all my makeup looks. I love it. The formula is beautiful. It's soft. It doesn't accentuate so much of my pores, so you guys can see it looks, I mean, I do have the pores there obviously, but it doesn't accentuate them and make them more intense. I love it. I know I need to use other highlighters for my collection because I just can't. This has been favorite for like a month, 2 months already. And then let's move on to palettes. I have 3 little palettes right here that I have been loving. This one comes with No Surprise Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. Like, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting for like a fall theme palette from her. Like, imagine those mustard yellow shades that she would create, those teal shades, the burgundy, like not this type of berry shade, but like burgundy cranberry shades and mustard yellow and olive greens. Like a palette like that from her, like this, oh my god, with glitters like that. I'm hoping. But yeah, the matte row is what I've been using nonstop. The whole matte row. I actually just played with the black one today because I wanted to do something more smoky, and the formula of her palette is one of my absolute favorites, and I think one of the best formulas. I dare to say it, in my collection. I do have a lot of other ones that I like, but her formula specifically, like, she just knocked it out of the park in my opinion. Holy grail palette, and I'm hoping for a palette like that I described from her. Next, we have 2 palettes from Colourpop, and come to no surprise, I've been using the brown shades. These are the palettes I've been using to do my brown smoky eyes. First one is the Wild Nothing palette. I think this came out last year, or yeah, I think. I don't even remember anymore what the amount of products that Colourpop launches. But this one is just so pretty. It's like, it's light and pretty, but it has that brown that I love. And this is more of like a kind of like a true brown that I really, really like to use for, you know, brown smoky eyes with, you know, pink transition is my go-to with this palette. And then this color right here is a Super Shock shadow that I absolutely love. And I like to apply that in my inner corner because it gives the brightest, prettiest pop. And the color is called Sultan. I hope I pronounced that right. And then the other one is Garden Variety. And my ugly nail. I can't get over that. And I can't get over how it broke. Anyways, Garden Variety. I really, really like this one. The color story is just so beautiful in my opinion. And this brown to me is more of like a brown with a green undertone. And I don't know, it just makes my eyes, when I do that smoky brown look different. It just didn't look like 5 times. But my other favorite shades are this one, which is Clay Day, and Over the Bloom, which are those matte shadows with the glitter in them that I absolutely love. That's my favorite formula from Colourpop. It's actually where I started using that formula from the Kathleen Lights palette, I think. And I just fell in love ever since. So this one is just such a pretty palette. Honestly, I haven't touched these 2 shades right here. All the other ones I've used them except these 2 shades. This one, Don't Leave, is also another favorite that I just like to apply in the center of the lid, and it gives such a beautiful like halo pop. So that's that. Now, favorites for lips, I don't really have that many. I have 2 that I've been using a lot, but I have been using like a lot of different liquid lipsticks and matte lipsticks and just glosses. But the go-to glosses that I use the month of August have been Lime Crime Wet Cherry and Extra Poppin' and Essence Shine Shine Wet Look, the clear one. I know they're a little disgusting because I use them when I do like my nude lips. If you don't want to spend on this one is just perfect. It does the same job basically that this one does. I just love this one for the scent. It just smells so delicious. So these have been my go-to. I carry them in my purse. Sometimes I forget sometimes to do lips, and I just carry those in my purse so I can add a little bit something. But the favorite one definitely has been Patrick Ta's Major Glow Lip Shine. These are so beautiful on the lips. I love them. Well, this one specifically. I definitely want to try more of his products because they just always look so beautiful and they have really good reviews. His bronzers are definitely on my list, and his palette. I know it's pricey, but it catches my attention. I also know that it's just simple basic shades, but again, it still catches my attention. This color is She's an Influencer, and it is definitely was my favorite in the month of August. Loved it so much. And then on the lips, I am wearing Sephora Cream Lip Stain in #1. This is absolutely the most beautiful red shade, and it's my favorite now. I can drink, eat, and it doesn't like crumble on my lips. Their formula is just so lightweight on the lips, and it's so long lasting. I feel like these are so underrated. I think I tell you guys all the time. But I love these. I love the formula of these. They're kind of like become my top favorites because whenever I'm going to do a red, this is the one I think of. When I want to do like a mauve shade, I have number 41 Vintage Rosewood. It's right here because it's my favorite. That is my go-to. I really like their cream lip stains, the Sephora collection. But yeah, that's basically it. We don't have any disappointments, which honestly is always good for me because it means that whatever products I tried out throughout the month, they all worked out and none of them failed me. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like always, I will see you in my next one. Bye.